Hello everybody. It's an odd camera angle. So I'm out walking in nature. It's the 1st of July and it's pretty nice out, even though it is 92 degrees and I'm sweating. It's a nice reminder that I'm alive and that, not to take things so seriously, because you come out here, see all these plants and trees, and they don't give a shit about your issues. They don't care. You fail the test, you get fired, you have family issues. Come out here, the trees don't care. They're just existing. I was thinking about change and conditioning from childhood and how family and society tells us what to think and how to think. They program us, if you will. And it's our job to undo that programming. Even in the words I just used, it's our job. That describes, it's our responsibility. It's a purpose given to us, but it wasn't. We have no inherent purpose. We make our own purpose. That's what people tell you. But I'm here to say you don't need a purpose. I don't need a purpose. A tree doesn't ask for permission and grows, it just does. It doesn't need a reason. Just as you don't need a reason or justification for you to be alive or to live. You're just living already. To earn a living, you don't need to earn a living. You're already alive. It's bullshit. It's a way to capitalize on people, exploit them. And this whole framework that, if you'll work hard, you'll eventually, it'll come back to you. You'll receive what you give. It's all made up. It is all made up. When I was walking out here, I was thinking it through and looking for some examples. But we don't even need outlandish examples. You could look around you and see the small business owner working every day, working really hard, putting all their money back into their business, go bankrupt, and it fails. They're not receiving what they've given. It doesn't work like that. Nature, the universe, everything, in truth, it doesn't care. It doesn't. Nothing cares. It's a way to cope with reality, with the indifference of it all. And I get it, because I haven't even come to terms with the fact that there's no real purpose. We're all just here. Sometimes it motivates me and makes me feel better that, I'm not doing anything wrong, because, none of it's real. There's no real end goal. The goal is to experience and to just live. And we do that every day. But modern society is filled with distractions, and they want you to separate yourself from the environment around you so you don't notice you're being fucked. So you don't notice you're being exploited. These corporations the government, society as a whole is built upon labor. And those laborers aren't rewarded for their work properly. They're not properly compensated. And if they were, society as we know it wouldn't run. And that's the whole thing. People say, oh, it's always been. You know, you can't do anything about it. It's just how life is. No, the fuck it's not. That's how society's been built. But the good thing is, it can always be changed. It doesn't need to stay the same. We don't need to keep this perpetual cycle of misery and greed going. I absolutely despise trillionaires and billionaires. And by trillionaires, I mean a trillionaire. Elon Musk. That good for nothing human being. I mean, think of all the good he could do with a fraction of his wealth. And he won't. It's greed and hoarding. And it makes me sick. It really does. And I'm sick of people acting like this is normal. Because it's not normal. If you see from an outside perspective of a cult, for example, I often use extremes. That's how I get my point across. You're outside looking at a cult. Everything they do inside seems normal. And everybody around them tells them, this is how things are. This is the truth, you know? You gotta listen to the leader. Everything he says is truth. And the thing people don't want to admit is people in cults, they're just normal people. We're all just as susceptible to manipulation. But because we're looking from the outside, we can see the corruption. Now, back to our modern society. Society as we know it is built on lies. The lie that you can make it to the top one day if you work hard. I'm going to tell you right now, the majority of the people at the top didn't work for anything they have. Nepotism, exploitation, that's how they get to the top. They step on others. They make others work for them, and then they take all the credit. And it infuriates me when I hear people say, and defending these rich people, the elites, or the government. Me personally, I took an advanced history class, U.S. history to be specific. So I've had to research the entire history of the United States. And I'm no expert, but in my time of learning and studying, it was apparent to me that the United States, the government, it's always been like this. It's always been corrupt. They've always exploited other people, whether it be slavery, other countries that aren't as powerful or developed. And I just can't stand to act like everything's normal. Or like this is normal, because this is not normal. But that's all I have for right now. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you in the next rant. Have a good day.